Hello and welcome back, VirtusPro Rattlesnake. We're gonna see these two teams go at it at each other because they are playing in the group stages in Group B for the International 3. We're gonna see VirtusPro if they can get themselves some more points. I mean, both of these teams not really doing too hot in the group stage so far. Can't really say for sure if they are indeed gonna be going the way of being in the bottom 4, but we'll see. Of course, with me is Beatis, who is my co-caster. Beatis.
Hi.
Hi. Sorry, no long walk stroll around whatever for you because we're not gonna have a break. We're just gonna go straight at it. Of course, we might still have some delays. We are ahead of schedule, people. That's what we're here for right now. Of course, one thing that I just saw in the game, I think as well, it's gonna be something that we haven't had before, but K-Pop Toasters is joining us as our statsman today for this matchup, so hope you were all happy with that. Of course, he is going to be your official statsman for the International 3. Already in Seattle right now, actually at a location where the players are as well. So we're going to see VirtusPro on the Dire side for this first game, Rattlesnake on the Radiant side. And IO Bat banned out against VirtusPro with an Alchemist and a Lifestealer banned out by VirtusPro themselves. And they picked themselves up signature heroes all the way, getting themselves Nature's Prophet for KSI, the Chen for NS, and a Visage and a Keeper of Light. Support duo complete for Rattlesnake as well. Wow! These drafts go fast.
This is a speedy one.
Uh-huh.
Rattlesnake in their first match of the day split 1-1 with Team Liquid. I caught like a grand total of 30 seconds of that series. But splitting with Liquid, who's currently top 4 in their group, is a good result for Rattlesnake. VirtusPro, we watched them against IG. They still didn't look like themselves. They're still something's off with VP, and it bothers me because I like them as a team. They're one of the harder teams, in my opinion, to play against, and they're normally really strong. Especially online, they post really good results online. But on LAN, they've been questionable in the past, and they're not performing very well at the International.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm sure it's disappointing for all of the fans.
it is, most likely. As Deadbart says in the chat, if VirtusPro loses 2-0 to Rattlesnake, they are guaranteed to be in the loser bracket. That's not something that you're going to be happy about.
I think this is important for Rattlesnake, because Rattlesnake right now is 2-6, while VP is 1-7, of course.
Yes.
For Rattlesnake to keep their hopes alive of getting into the winners bracket, they need to get a 2-0 win here, in my opinion.
Same story. Like, both have the same stories. Important matches.
And that's just, it doesn't secure them anything, it keeps their hope alive. I like what VP's doing with their draft, though. They're going with something that's worked for them in the past. KSI is super duper annoying on Furion. He will make sure that those supports can't pull. Meanwhile, they've got a good roaming support duo in Venge and Shenson that they've used online in the past. They've beat us down with it before. That's how I know they've used it. They also had Furion in the same lineup. Trying to think what else they use, but I'm sure like this is such an open-ended draft that they can go with pretty much anything. And they're going with Spectre.
For Spectre, wow.
That's surprising to me because that is greedy. If we look at Rattlesnake's first 3 heroes, that is a tri-lane, and it's an aggressive tri-lane at that. That is going to be running straight at the Spectre's lane, and Spectre is going to get shut down. This game, this early game for Spectre is going to be revolving around what NS does on Shen, and if he can create enough space in that top lane. Because CK, Coddle, and Visage is a really powerful tri-lane with a whole ton of damage.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Storm Spirit picked up by Rattlesnake. They noticed the lack of early game disables coming up from VP. So if Rattlesnake gets out to a good start and Furion doesn't have a good start, then this Storm can go crazy, and he will snowball out of control.
Yeah.
However, on the flip side, if Furion has a good start and he gets items like either Orchid or Hex up quickly, he's going to be able to shut down the Storm.
Yeah, that's going to be needed though, otherwise his split pushing potential is totally shut down by just having that Storm on the map. I'm really curious to see how that tri-lane is going to work out. If VirtusPro is going to try to dodge it perhaps even. I mean, Chaos Knight, Keeper of Light, Visage, that's just... I mean, it's not one that we see every day, but that's a very scary tri-lane coming away in VirtusPro.
That can definitely kill you off really quick.
Yeah, we already have VirtusPro banning out some earlier some carries that would allow Rattlesnake to go for that safe lane carry still. They could still go for that. We have VirtusPro thinking about their bans, banning out the gyrocopter right now. I mean, so far, the draft was very fast until VirtusPro took the time to think about that ban. Taking all the time they needed. Rattlesnake, they don't need any time. They ban out the Beast Master straight away. Do not want to deal with that. What would be funny if VirtusPro goes for another global hero here, and I was gonna say Zeus, but unfortunately, it's not one of those games. We are gonna see a Doom though.
Wow.
Very strong up against the puck.
Yeah, I'm not sure where they're gonna lane Luo and Lanham. I think Luo might be safe lane against Furion, but no. Actually, that doesn't seem right. Like, both heroes, Furion can lane pretty well against. He can do well against Doom, he can do well against Storm. Yeah, so this is just odd to me a little bit. All 5 from Rattlesnake are going to be running up the top. Doom is a good hero here, for sure. It's just hard to lane him against the Furion or against the puck.
He's most likely going to be on the safe lane solo, I would expect.
It looks like he's going to be rushing for Tranquil Boots on that safe lane solo as well.
Actually,
he did get pulled when regen, so if you go over who's playing what, Luo, the captain of Rattlesnake, is going to be playing the Doom. Sag M is going to be playing the Visage. Kabu is going to be playing the Coddle. Lan M playing his Storm Spirit, which he played against Liquid in the game that they lost, I believe. And Icy is going to be picking up the CK. They do scout up VirtusPro up here, but VirtusPro just disengages and runs away.
Yeah,
they place that obs. That's a really good obs spot because the sentry that's normally placed where I'm drawing an X, you know, X always marks the spot, doesn't reveal this ward at all. It's barely out of range while still blocking the camp. So that's going to force 2 sentries out of VP to get rid of that ward.
Well,
most likely.
A lot of pings came out though. I think they saw it placed.
They did, but they weren't pinging exactly where it's placed, so they might not know the exact spot. And there's actually...
Sentries are coming in. Arsart is going to think about it, where he's going to place it. Well, we do have a ping now exactly on it.
Pinging exactly on it. That's really good for VP. That's a good ward to place because typically the first sentry is always going to get dropped right here. However, the downside is you need to creep up into their potential vision, and VP was in a good spot to see where that ward was dropped.
Yep, of course on the side of VirtusPro to introduce them, we've got Xi or KSI playing the Nature's Prophet, one of his signature heroes. In the mid lane it will be Crazy taking on a signature hero. This time it is the Puck. And the top lane slash jungle is going to be Arsart on the Vengeful Spirit and NS on the Chen. And they both will try to support Spectre, who is played by Illidan Airman Stormrage, but I mean this tri lane, Illidan is going to be happy that he gets experience here. I don't think he's going to be able to get any last hits.
It looks like NS or Arsart accidentally blocked their hard camp, so he starts out with getting a Satyr that mana burns. He uses that right away on Kabu. Look over at his hard camp, he's got a Satyr over there. Good creep for just harassing. 6 shockwaves is always a very annoying number.
Yep. In the meantime, Puck is taking a lot of harassment here in the middle lane. Lanham able to keep the pressure on. He's got 3 last hits so far with 5 going the way of Crazy, so Crazy getting us slightly ahead. But the harassment that Lanham can throw out is quite scary. And phase shift does not always save you from the overload. Or static remnant rather.
Yep. I think this is a lane that Puck should win though.
Yeah, especially if it's gonna get smokes.
And Puck was pulled on top of that.
He's gonna get some smoke supports. Perhaps they're gonna go bottom lane to try and help out their Nature's Prophet though. They've got the Satire, as you said, a strong creep there. And it will be the Storm. Of course, Storm is one of those heroes that when level 6, you can't really gank him anymore. You can't hope to gank him. When level or below level 6, he does not have an escape. The only one thing he can do is run. And he's a fat panda, he doesn't have boots.
And look at this chicken! Look at that chicken! What is it? It just ran straight into feed.
Well, it tried to not get caught out earlier. Well, now maybe Lanham actually will go down. In comes the stun. Is there any follow-up is a question. Tower, Vortex. Arsart still taking a lot of damage here, but Lanham will be the one to go down first. That's first blood picked up by Crazy. Chen, in the meantime, just holding back the creep wave or whatever he did. It worked. Did not get an assist.
Oh, and Kabu got experience for that Satyr dying. That is an amazing start for VP. This is exactly what they need to turn around their luck so far in the tournament. Chicken plus first blood on their solo mid, that's absolutely massive advantage.
Basically that's your mid lane entirely won.
Yeah.
No bottle for
Oh, yeah.
Madam is huge. He does have his bottle, but he won't be able to refill it unless
No bottle
he gets
throwing.
runes. And runes, Puck is one of those heroes that in theory should be getting all the runes because he can orb himself towards them.
The one problem he might have is the rune ward initially got killed. Ooh. And Doom actually went to the jungle and grabbed a net crypt, looks like.
Crazy. He might actually go down. One more hit needed. That's a kill. Land him.
Wow.
Takes it back. No need no bottle. No need no courier. They just get themselves kills.
I wasn't even watching that. I did not expect Puck to die at all.
Just
to a solo storm.
Investment.
Well, Doom was jungling up a bit. It looks like he knows that the supports are down here. Doom's just gonna walk away. He's got boots so he can outrun a centaur.
Yeah.
The supports are down here to try and shut down Doom's farm because they know they cannot contest this tri-lane.
I really love this set by Luo, by the way. I just want to point that out. On Doom.
The wings.
What?
The wings and the angry face.
The wings and the sword. Wow, look at what the sword's name is. I have no idea what it says, but it's cool. But the wings are cool too. Doom he has personalized the wings as well as the sword. Okay.
Doom is one of his signature heroes. He had to personalize it, apparently. Well, if we look at Spectre on top, Illidan cannot do anything. He peeks out to throw a dagger to try to draw a creep aggro, but that's the best that he can do.
Yeah.
Well, his own creeps are getting blasted down by a Coddle. Its tower's getting pushed, and he's just leeching experience up here. He's 1-1 CS.
And even his experience is not even that much. I mean, Icy is still higher level than he is, and he's been sharing experience with all the supports.
Yep.
Illidan,
It's really
he does show himself though, but with the dagger he has an escape, of course. In the meantime, Doom is going to be harassed upon on the bottom lanes. Luo getting stunned up and should be actually quite dead. Eats himself a creep, but that won't save him right now, or will it? Actually, he's on the run. 50 HP left. KSI, is he going to die off the tower? No! Luo lives.
The amount of regen that Scorched Earth gives you can't be underestimated.
Insane. And
It makes you so tanky in the early game.
Whoa, Sagam! He might actually go down. In comes Crazy. Crazy will be going down though. If he does, no, he does not. Never mind. Everybody lives that I says will die. Kabu still goes down though. Phase shift. Crazy still living. Getting chased down by Illidan. In comes the orb. Already his two supports are down. In comes Storm. Big zap gets himself the puck. Now Vortex up on Illidan, and that should be spelling the end of that one. 2 for 2 in the end. But of course, VirtusPro losing 2 core heroes and only getting 2 supports in return.
Storm has an urn.
That's gonna be him being very aggressive. Level 7 with an urn on the Storm.
Yeah, that's something that you don't see every day. Storm with an urn. Oh wow, yeah. Anyway, that is definitely gonna be in the favor of Rattlesnake there. Trading 2 supports for 2 core heroes from VP. Now this Doom is just jungling away. He's like, alright, if you want to have all these heroes down here against me, I'm just gonna jungle.
Yeah. I mean, he survived that gank earlier on. He didn't die. He's got himself some experience from that as well. Since he's doing fine. I mean, his tower is still alive. So far, there's only 1 tower down. Of course, Rattlesnake's aggressive tri-lane making that happen. But by taking down that tower, they are now leaving the top lane entirely alone. So this is Illidan free farming. So the tower going down actually works for him right now.
This is something that's very scary to do.
Oh, 4 seconds stun up on Arsart. Oh, in comes Illuminate. Arsart's still living. 33 HP. And Icy is the one to go down. Puck with the last hit. And he ruins himself away.
And there's very low mana on the Storm right now. And he knows he has to just sleep away. Cowboy actually chakras himself. That orb missing. Crazy can't go in. If he hit that, he might have followed up with Silence and gone for the kill. But since it missed, there's no chance for that to happen. He still might go. His orb's back off cooldown again.
If he hits it, there's mana again. And now actually Crazy is in a lot of trouble here. In comes Scorched Earth. Luo as well. That's the Vortex already down. The Doom comes in, and that is Crazy. Dropped Luo with his first kill of the game. And his first Doom of the game as well.
Solid chakra from Kabu, giving Lanham the mana to go in.
Yep. And the urn charge to keep himself up with life.
That's something that I didn't mention. Anytime you see Storm, it's really common to see a Coddle on the same team, because a high rank of chakra just gives Storm 1 extra jump in the fight. So he can use more mana to initiate and still have a way to jump out. after he gets chakra. And he's got a lot more chase potential as well. Having the extra mana, it's just really useful to have those two heroes paired with each other on the same team. It makes Storm a lot stronger and a lot more viable of a pick. You know, Crazy is TPing bottom to look for a gank opportunity. Sag M at 8 minutes is already level 6 on this Visage. So despite only being 1 death and 1 assist, get a good start.
Hunt in, they want to go for Icy, the Dream Coil already there, in comes the Magic Missile, Icy goes down, nice kill. And actually, maybe they get some burst, but Illidan was the one to get the last hit for that kill. He has got 3 kills so far. He's had a terrible top lane, where he only got some experience, not really any last hits, but now he has 3 kills. He's actually getting there, slowly but steadily. His gold is not even that bad, his net worth.
If you look at CK's only got 25 CS somehow. I guess the supports took a bunch of CS lane because you see 17 on Visage and 11 on this Coddle. Yeah, Illidan just goes straight back up the top lane. He's like, hey, I'm gonna farm up here. Storm meanwhile finishes off his treads, has a DD bottled. And he's like, oh, you wanna farm, Mr. Spectre? I'm gonna go and gank you.
I think he can. Double damage rune activated. He has enough mana, I think, to take him down. There's no mana for Illidan to get himself away with a dagger. And that's gonna be the Vortex already there. A bit of an awkward jump, but still works out. That's gonna be a solo kill. In comes, actually sent home. In comes an S. Is he able to get the kill?
Oh,
No! That's gonna be a save Spectre. And S coming in to save the day.
The whole reason why Spectre lived is because Lanham used a little bit too much mana on that initial jump. And he couldn't get an extra proc off of Overload there.
Oh, that's so sad.
He used all that extra mana on the jump.
I mean, he jumped way too far.
Oh yeah. He also used Vortex during the pull, just in case there was still mana up on Spectre, which you should have been clicking on and be like, okay, he doesn't have mana. He used Vortex during the pull, so he didn't get the bonus Overload attack from activating Electric Vortex there.
I think this is the game of the clutch escapes. I think 3 times now already in this game that I've said that someone would die, and then in the end he gets away in very low HP. Happens a lot.
So,
it's a curse.
Puck. In a lane he should have won. Actually is behind in farm against his counterpart Storm. Despite getting first blood, despite having the chicken killed off. So this Crazy, despite having a really, really good first 2 minutes or so, with the help of the gank from supports, has kind of fallen apart here. He's going for a lot of ganks, some have worked out, some haven't. And he's sitting at 2, 3, and 3 right now.
Yeah, by the way, I was apparently wrong about having a statsman because I didn't really see the start of the game, so the team's joining for a second, but no statsman apparently.
Oh, Visage accidentally feeding one of his birds for free to KSI. KSI will collect that 100 gold happily.
Yeah, and they will try to get another one as well. Boom. Gets resummoned.
Does die.
No, does die. Tower gets the last hit though, but that's not going to be getting any gold. Spectre goes down on the top lane. That's a Doom used for that. Visage gets the tower with the familiars. Very nice. No deny for VirtusPro.
He lost one of the familiars instantly after resummoning though. And that sucks.
That does suck. In comes the bottom lane, fight happening. Cabo already calling reinforcements in. Blinding Light helping out. Arsart already dead. Lanham looking for the next target. KSI will be able to get a kill there, but will go down for it. And actually, the Chaos Knight that got cold, I mean, he's still here. But I think he got here in the end with the teleport, rather than just getting cold. Right?
I am not sure. It looked like it was TP, or it had to have been TP scroll actually. Because once Coddle dies, the recall is cancelled.
Yeah, so that, I mean, that was a bit of a shame, because otherwise maybe Cuddle would have lived if there was another, if there was a good stun coming off from IC. Tier 1 tower taking a lot of respite. In comes Crazy. Dream Coil up on 2. Haunt comes in as well. Soul Assumption gets dodged. And Haunt in. Lanham completely out of mana, getting chased down by Illidan. IC is going to try to save his life though. And with the Urn Charge, he might actually live here unless KSI comes in with the teleport. And that's going to be a kill. In the meantime, Visage goes down on the back end. That's already 2 dead on the side of Rattlesnakes. They buy back though, both of them. This is VirtusPro backing off, because in comes Lanham, goes for a Vortex. Crazy is going to be his target, and he will try to orb himself out. He can't do that, but he has got that Urn Charge still up on him. He dodges the Illuminate, and that is going to be Crazy. Still dead, 3 seconds up on Arsart, but Lanham chose to go for Crazy. Still gets him in the end. Keeper of the Light gets dropped. Arsart still in a lot of trouble there, has to back out again. Magic Missile dodged by Lanham, able to burn all his mana using that one. In the end, though...
And Lanham's got a regen right now.
Oh, that's actually making it better again. Because I was gonna say, like, this buyback, not really that worth it, perhaps. But now it definitely will be. They get KSI now as well, as he is not able to TP himself out. Visage with the last hit. TP out for the Spectre. But Rattlesnakes making sure that those buybacks are worth it.
And Chen and Doom finally joining the fray. Doom got there at the very end, and Chen just got here. Chen just finished off his mech.
He didn't
so
even
during
get a
that
chance to use
whole
his Doom.
fight, yeah. Yep, so during that whole fight, Doom and Chen were both farming, so it was a 4v4 with buybacks from a couple of heroes.
Two.
And Storm bought back, and it was also Visage that bought back.
At least both of them got kills afterwards.
This is an action-packed game.
It is. We have 18 kills right now with 13 minutes on the clock.
They have not much farming going down for either side.
Yeah, let's see. Rattlesnake, they're moving bottom. They have 5 heroes on this bottom lane. So they're looking for a fight again. They still have that Doom up. They've got a full mana bar almost up on Lanham. And of course, Illuminate will be there. Should it drop a little bit lower. Tornado's coming in from the Chen though, and that's going to be annoying to deal with. At least let's see how far Rattlesnake can take this tower.
Good Visage stomps coming in.
Goes for crazy. Silence him up. No stun coming in there anymore. I see getting netted up. Illuminate will try to clean out Chen creeps.
I've been Doom being the Doom he is, just eating a Chen creep off. Because why not, he can. More Illuminate spam coming through.
Nice drink girl, up on 2. They go in, the halt is there as well. Vortex already up on our start. Mechanism keeps him up, and a Hand of God as well. He tanks a lot of damage though, and he does end up going down 1-for-1 trade as Kabu drops on the sidelines. Doom up on Illidan, gets a 2-second stun. And will get brought down. Visage with a soul assumption that hits. 2-4-1. Rattlesnake taking the fight and forcing everybody of VirtusPro behind their tower. And this tower still in a risk of dying because Rattlesnake not yet gone, but the treants of the Nature's Prophet making it a bit troublesome.
Yep, and we got a mech build coming out from Luo's Doom. And he's got a Ring of Basilius as well, so I wouldn't be too surprised if he went into Vlad's after this. I see looking for a chance to initiate on the Puck, but it's Puck. He's gonna phase shift your stun, so you can't go.
Rattlesnake does get a tower in the end though. It's nice. And they got the better trade. They've got a Doom actually on highest net worth right now. Of course with this Devour he's got some solid farm that he can always have.
Yep.
But he's doing really good.
There's also Lanham second in net worth. Furion's up there and Puck is trying to work towards his blink right now. He's getting close. They need this blink on Puck for sure to be able to take these team fights better. Showing initiations out of him. They've gotten good damage from Spectre in these fights. With early rank 4 on Desolate, he actually only had 1 point in Spectral Dagger earlier. He's gonna max out Desolate. Because that is higher potential damage as long as Rattlesnake split up.
Yeah, so far though, VirtusPro, they were the ones who wanted to go in. I mean, they were the ones who wanted to defend their tower. Used everything they had. Still only got the Keeper of the Light. That was kind of a shame. The Spectre though, she is ready to fight you, but Illidan, he did die 3 times. I mean, we know that he had a tough lane. He was actually getting back on top of it, and he now spends a lot of time in his mid lane while not farming.
Yep. Just sitting there leeching experience.
That's all he does.
They need to get items up on the Spectre. 16 minutes in, only having Phase Drum Wand isn't enough. Like, I know he had a hard lane, but they need to find a way to play him back into this game. See, Arzard is working towards an urn. It looks like NS is also working towards an urn.
Oh, KSI TPs himself out in time, realized he was in over his head, TPing into the wrong place, the wrong time. Crazy almost has a blink dagger. That's gonna be good.
Smoke pop from Rattlesnake.
Ooh. And Luo leading the charge. He's got himself 2,200 gold. Curious to see what he's gonna build with that. Blink dagger still up on crazy. And he did get that at the side
Chen's
shop.
gonna be the target of the gank.
Chen and Arsart. In comes both. One with the stun. Nice swap though, but that's gonna be still 2 people going down. No real fuss made about that one. Just 2 supports finding the entire enemy team.
Tier 2 mid getting pushed as well. Meanwhile, up top, Spectre's still pushing away, trying to get his gold up, and on bottom lane, KSI is getting some farm as well.
Yeah, also not yet in the position to try and split push a bit more. I mean, we talked about this a little while. Wait a second, on the top lane, Vortex up on the Spectre. Can he actually get himself away? There's no more mana up on Lanham, so he will have to let him go. And Doom coming in slightly too late. In the meantime, Puck going for Icy. Dream Coil used it there as well. Haunt goes in. They want to try and take him. Icy will be the one to go down first. Looking for the next target. Blinding Light trying to force everybody back. And with everybody at Doom and Illidan. Nice pickup for VirtusPro. Shame they couldn't get the Storm with that as well. It was pretty low, but that was only the Haunt that did the damage, I believe.
Yep, and he actually haunted in on the Keeper of the Light. If he would have looked at that Storm, he would have definitely been able to pick him off.
Exactly. Unfortunately for Illidan, not able to get that going. But, I mean, one of the things that we said a bit during the draft, Nature's Prophet versus Storm. If Nature's Prophet gets up his farm fast enough and gets himself an Orchid, he will be able to go toe-to-toe with the Storm, but this Storm is way ahead of him. He's almost got his Orchid ready, and he's actually going for Crazy right now. Crazy will be ending up going down, actually. Earn Charge, this is going to be enough. Hand of God helping out. Crazy blinks himself out, he's safe. Nice escape.
That was close.
That would have been an Orchid complete almost, for actually he has a complete, I think. Nope. Confusing. Where did all his gold go?
It's a mystery.
It's a mystery indeed. But he has his Orchid almost ready, and that will mean that Puck in a situation like that he would have died.
Yes. Guaranteed.
Tier 2 tower still ends up going down in the middle lane, only one left up on top lane.
One thing I don't think I mentioned yet is how annoying it is to play Doom. And Doom actually opted to go for Shadowblade, more of a initiation slash ganker tool for him. It's really annoying to play Doom up against a Chen, because not only are there heals, but Chen can also just send the Doom target home. If it's a hero that doesn't add much via right click, you can just save their life by sending them home. Then, of course, if it's Spectre, you can always just haunt in right afterwards when he's full health and isn't Doom.
And actually, NS farming the Ancients right now. He's gonna be the one that, because of what you said, I mean, the one that's gonna be the Doom target if there's a 5-on-5 fight. That is.
I don't think Doom will necessarily target the Chen. They'll just try to burst down whoever they Doom.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Where they might just let him set it home and then fight a 5v4 where they don't have Doom and and VP's missing a player. Because you still get an advantage, yeah.
We'll see what they do. So far, Rattlesnake has not been able to find a fight just yet. They are, of course, only having one tower left to take down before they can try and go high ground. But for now, they're happy with the way things are going. I mean, they have the Shadowblade up on Luo. I was kind of expecting him to try and make things happen right now, but he is just happy with taking gold. KSI with the Shadowblade as well. Gem of True Sight picked up by the Keeper of the Light. So KSI not so safe anymore, especially not if Storm will be the one to carry that gem. Which will probably be the case.
Storm with the DD, TP straight to bottom. He wants to go.
Yeah, with the Orchid goes for KSI. I guess for his back, realizing there's a lot of people in. The one have a piece of him. So, VirtusPro safe for now. In comes the birds. Nah. Maybe they got
and
one.
Arzheart, side note, only one without the immortal item for Venge that has played Venge today.
It's true. The birds
Yep,
got resummoned.
had to point it out.
Familiars. Still, double damage up on Lanham, but he has got to let it go soon. VirtusPro have got their Spectre back on the top lane, but Spectre is not going to be happy because in comes the Doom, in comes the Reality Rift. 2 seconds stun, TPs go in, but it doesn't matter. Hand of God won't save him. TP gets cancelled, he buys back though and haunts in. Where is he going to go? Bottom lane? Yes, he does. Lanham will be the one to die. Spectre will, well, actually, not going to kill because Crazy just got a double kill. Kabu also dead. So they do get 2 kills back from that one. They will maybe lose their tier 2 top though because Icy and Lure are still around.
They're gonna look to trade for this tier 2 bottom. Phantasm was used by the CK. Doom is on cooldown. Or no, is that Phantasm? I can't even click on him. What the heck? Yeah, it was okay. I wanted to just double check, make sure it wasn't a rune.
Okay.
So it's gonna be tier 2 traded, but that was a good fight taken by VP. Unfortunately, it was forced off of a buyback.
Yeah, and a very painful buyback at that. I mean, Illidan is poor enough as it is.
I think he got back the gold that he spent on that buyback via getting the tower last hit and getting the assist for the 2 kills.
True. He was in range for that first one as well, right? Yeah, I think so.
It was close, but I think he was.
Dire's top tower
VirtusPro looking to go for the Roshan. Rattlesnake do not have a ward up here, but I think they might be aware that this is going on. So far, no real movement yet to try and make something happen. And wow! Old-fashioned build for Illidan. He picks up a Vanguard. Which is a surprising choice.
This is the build Fear goes when we run our Spectres. He likes to tank up early. Phase Drum Vanguard, then Magic Wand gets you very, very tanky for the early game. Then he builds into damage items. Because you can still get a lot of damage out in team fights via Dispersion.
True. The only downside would be that if this game goes later on, at some point, you're gonna have to sell your Vanguard to get yourself a heart.
Yeah. Building all these early game items is an investment into having a stronger mid game.
Yeah.
But you're gonna obviously be weaker late game because you spend all this money on early game items that you're gonna have to sell later on.
Yeah, it's 14 to 13 on the kill score, something that is actually quite surprising for me because it feels like Rattlesnake is just so far ahead right now compared to VirtusPro. In the gold graph it doesn't really show that much, but Rattlesnake still about 5k gold in favor compared to VirtusPro. Experience graph down to 0 though with those 2 kills going on the bottom lane. There's still 3 towers standing on the map for Rattlesnake, while VirtusPro have got all their outer towers killed off. And now BKB up on the CK. So we might see Rattlesnake trying to make something happen. However, they would fight up against an Aegis Spectre.
Rattlesnake does have the option, if they want to, of using Phantasm to start sieging down base towers.
True.
I'm not saying they will, but it is definitely an option.
We've seen it a lot today, earlier as well. Or today. Just not with Phantasm, but just all your illusions and your creeps that you can send up, go high ground. Familiars, of course, being one of those that can do that. And just not put anybody at risk and just slowly chip away at those towers. Oh, Rattlesnake look to take down the Aegis. Find Illidan, get a stun, 4 seconds. He's gonna get sent home already though. We'll be able to haunt in just a moment. That's gonna be the haunt indeed. KSI though, able to Shadow Blade himself away for now. I'm looking for him, can't find him. Goes for low ground, goes for Crazy, who's able to get himself away. BKB wasted for Icy, can't get a target. The haunt was used as well. Nobody dies in this fight. Rattlesnake, they go back and they can't go high ground. Or maybe they will. Maybe they will still try. They still have to do. Like the ability.
They do.
They do.
He also completed Vlad's and is working towards an Aghanims.
Actually,
they're getting a lot of.
still died. My bad.
Rattlesnake's getting a bunch of teamfight items. I like the way that Luo is building his Doom. Just getting these ores up to help his team, getting mech up to help his team, and then going for items for himself. And he also has Shadow Blade, which gives him a lot of ganking potential to try and him combined with Storm is enough to shut down the split push, or any potential split push that would come out of VP.
Looks to solo kill off Xi here. He should be able to do that. Would be better if he actually had his Aghanims, which he looks to be building. But I think this is going to be a kill nonetheless. Shadow Blade actually used for the extra damage. Nice attempt for KSI to live, but just walking around a bunch of trees. Oh well.
Trees do not help you when there is fire.
Nope.
They just burn down with you.
Yeah, that's gonna be that. So yeah. I'll start with the medallion. Got Treads, got an urn. Trying to get some extra farm. He's all by his lonesome on this bottom lane. Of course, now knowing that the Doom was on top will allow him to be a little bit more safe, but he still has to be careful because if Storm is around, he's not right now, but if he was, he's gonna be actually killing off Crazy. Nice kill. But if Storm was around, that could be a kill.
But he's not.
Nope.
Arzart being very careful. He got level 11 now, which is huge for him. That'll allow him to defensively swap whoever the Storm initiates on from a longer range away. Having that medallion is also very good for VP because that'll just help them focus fire better. And you know, anytime medallion's an item that's been making a huge comeback lately because teams are realizing how fast you can burst people down with physical damage early on in the game if you have an early medallion. So heroes like Venge are coming back with it. Heroes like Tree, especially in the eastern scene, are just picking up early medallions.
Yeah, I still hope to see somewhere in this tournament a alchemist with an early medallion and a blink dagger. That's very fun to watch. Having him, if he gets that up in an aggressive tri-lane scenario, which is when I've seen it most, he can do a ton of damage there and totally own people.
Oh yeah.
But that's for a different time maybe. We have a smoke up for VirtusPro. They go on the bottom lane. They're gonna use Spectre as bait, and Storm is gonna be their target. Sentry Ward already gets placed. Lanham still not aware. Now he knows, so Silence is there. The Dream Coil there as well. In comes the Haunt, and the kill instantly done. Spectre with the dagger getting the last hit. He haunts himself into Kabu, who is almost dead already. Doom comes in. Illidan still wants to take the kill, but he can't get it. Gets stunned up and killed off the Aegis. Gets burned. KSI comes in from the sideline. Still gets off Kabu. Looking for Sagam. Can't find it for now. With Illidan back alive, Chaos Knight still going down to the Chen. Walks himself to the wrong side of the map. And this is 3 dead on the side of Rattlesnake and only an Aegis burned for VirtusPro. They get themselves the burns as well. Familiars not ready to be summoned. That was a fresh resummoned familiar stash for Sag, who won't have new familiars for another 140 seconds. Tier 1 tower gets dropped. VirtusPro, they win themselves a massive and needed team fight.
Yep, that's getting Illidan a lot closer to Diffusal. I'm assuming he's going for Diffusal here, because that's probably his best course of action. It's better than going straight into Yasha and Manta. You typically want to get right into Diffusal's first set, and that's a tier 2 down for them. This is a good comeback from VP, and they're looking strong in this game after that fight.
Yep.
For a long time, it looked like your Rattlesnake's lineup was going to be able to snowball to victory, but after a fight like that, VP looking very strong now.
One of the things, of course, that helped VP a lot there was that there was actually Doom used on a target that had an Aegis. So Spectre was right back in there. Of course, Spectre normally, in theory, does not have an Aegis. What he can do, however, is when he dies, buy back, hunt himself in. And that's going to be something that he is going to be looking to use more often if he doesn't have an Aegis at his disposal. I really liked his hunt to go to, of course, Lanham went down already at the sidelines first, before the hunt actually went the way of Kabu. I really liked the aggression from Illidan to just go in straight away while he knew that there was nobody around there of his team just yet. They were still making their way over. And that's a kind of play that we're used to in VirtusPro. Aggression.
Yeah. They're showing it off this game, finally.
Finally. It was about time. They have had some sloppier plays. And, I mean, this is their second last matchup for today. VirtusPro is also still going to face Alliance. I actually don't know if they're going to face someone after this game still. They might.
No, they
I don't think so,
play Alliance after Rattlesnake. Each team plays three BO2s a day.
Yeah, so they are gonna play Alliance later today, having a 2-hour break in between each game. Then, wow, players get a 2-hour break, we don't. Sad. But yeah, that's gonna be one of the hardest opponents there. Alliance has not dropped a single game, I believe, up until this point, or at least last time we checked before this game started.
Sheepstick finish for KSI, huge item pickup to be able to help shut down the storm.
Needed as well, because the Rattlesnake is already going for a bit of aggression. Lanham with the Invis rune. There's familiars up again. They're trying to find someone. I realizing that Trian was, or Nature Prophet was around here. Trians are here.
And Lanham is getting very close to a BKB. The Aghanim's is just finished on Doom. There's very little item progression on the CK. Meanwhile, for the core heroes of VP, the Diffusal is ready, but Illidan is saving up to always have buyback ready. So he's not buying out the recipe in the Robe of the Magi. The Hex was just finished, and Hex is being worked on by Puck, and he's about 1,000 gold away from finishing that.
Yeah, well, it looks like Rattlesnake wants to make things happen. They are grouping up the entire time, apart from Lanham, but then again he's a Storm. But they are not finding anything, so they're actually losing a bit of territory here, I feel like, in terms of farm. Experience and Goldgraph are back to almost 0, by the way.
Rattlesnake does not want to let VP get items up. They don't want to let Puck finish this Hex. They don't want to let Inspector finish the Diffuse. They don't want to let Spectre continue to get big items up.
Well, let's see. Rattlesnake, they smoke up. It'll be a while before they find someone, though. VirtusPro all on the sidelines, all on the bottom lane. And all together as well. So we'll see who comes in first.
VP is expecting the smoke.
There's sentry wards right there. I think they walked over that. In comes the Doom, already up on Illidan. He has still got his haunt though. If he dies, he will be back momentarily. If he buys back, Arsark will be the next target. Buy back, haunt in, Dream Coil up on 2. Illidan is back in. This finds Kabu, kills him off, looking for the next target. finds himself Lanham that gets hexed up. Big plays here. Lanham dies. 4 seconds stun. That's a bot back. Spectre still going down. In the meantime, Icy looking to find KSI. He still has a vision there, but he can't reach it. Not with those Centaur stuns coming in anyway. Nice play by the, well, what is it? By the Chen, who is already dead. But 3 for 3 in the end. Bigger fight for Rattlesnake than it was with VirtusPro, of course. Rattlesnake got themselves a kill on Spectre.
Crazy's still in there, by the way.
Oh. Crazy.
Yeah, he went to go try and pick up the gem. There were nice bird stuns that came in, but he stacked both of the bird stuns at exactly the same time. So the pug, after 1 second of stun, was able to phase shift Chaos Knight's bolt. Chaos Bolt.
Yeah. Big fight for Rattlesnake. They get a gem, they get a buyback up on the Illidan, and they get a kill off on the bot back Illidan. Spectre with the Vanguard mid-game is not really going his way right now. Looks like VirtusPro, they need to continue back building towards getting more late game items up. Golden experience graph still being kept fairly even because, of course, I mean, the amount of kills in the end was still quite the same.
They need to keep getting more endgame items such as the Hex that was just finished on Crazy.
Yes.
Because he was one of the few that managed to live through the fight. And he's over here beating on the birds. Illidan's trying to join in on the fun of beating on the birds. Well, Roshan's alive and VP is going for it right away. Rattlesnake definitely knows about this, and there's no way they want to give this up.
They're already on their way.
If they don't have Phantasm up yet, let's see if Storm tries to get close enough for a steal. I don't think he will just because of the...
He goes for it, and that's Spectre still with the Aegis, but the kill of the Roshan goes the way of Rattlesnake. They try to take down at least the Aegis. They do that. Doom up on Crazy. He's trying to fly himself away, getting chased down by the bird. Crazy will end up going down. Nice kill. In comes the Hunt. Illidan looking for Lanham. Will be able to pick him up. Nice kill. In comes Luo though. 4 second storm. A stun up on Illidan. That's gonna be Illidan swapped out into safety. Arsard, the sacrificial lamb. He'll give his life, but that is so worth it. Otherwise, we would have seen Illidan die for the 3rd time in like 2 minutes time, for 3 minutes time. That was a major swap.
Look at Ennis in that fight. His hero got knocked up by the blinding light from Coddle. He didn't end up even using his ult in that fight. He was microing his creeps the whole time. Making sure that he didn't lose these instead of looking to get a strong ult off. Maybe it just came off cooldown. I didn't notice at the last second.
Phantasm looks to go for tier 3. There's still fortification though, gets used. Illidan doesn't have a Hunt, so doesn't really want to fight right now. And tier 3 tower will still go down. Without Crazy, they can't really fight this. Even without the Storm there. Rattlesnake is too strong at the moment. Illidan will
nice Chen send back.
Yep.
Yeah, they're just trying to bait out spells and buy some time with that.
In comes Crazy. In comes a swap. Up on Icy. Icy turns on his BKB and TP's out. The swap on cooldown means that he can do that without any repercussions. TP out. Attempted by Kabu. Not really successful because he gets picked up by KSI. So still 1 kill going away of VirtusPro, but they lose their melee racks.
And more importantly, their Spectre hasn't been able to continue farming.
Yeah.
This is a very raw Spectre for 36 minutes into the game. Where if you look at CK, he's working on that heart right now. He's the recipe away from finishing it, so he's only 1,000 gold off, not even. Storm has had that BKB for a couple of fights, now it's down to 8 seconds. But he's got 2,200 gold to his name, so he's got some item progression going. And Doom, after picking up that Aghanims a couple minutes ago, is back up to almost 3,000 gold.
Yeah, Doom is a filthy rich one. He is the highest net worth on the map for Rattlesnake. The highest on the map in general, though, is KSI sitting on 4,700 gold after his Scythe of Ice. And he's gonna be the one that's supposed to be keeping VirtusPro in the game, because right now Spectre, as you said, he's not been able to farm, so he's not gonna be that target.
Yep. It's more important for Doom to go off onto Puck or Furion, in my opinion, anyway. Because if Doom can stick to one of those 2 targets, then that's taking a big part of the team fight out of there for VP.
We'll see if Crazy can do something here. They have a smoke up together with Arsart, but nobody coming bottom just yet. And if they do, then there's going to be way more than 2, because in comes the army for Rattlesnake. 5 heroes on the bottom lane. I think Crazy would say, you know, laters. Yeah.
There's a lot of gold on Visage. I think Sagan is waiting to build his Aghanims in 1 shot. I'm just surprised that he's saving up this much money instead of buying the point booster.
3,500 gold. Super, super rich. He's like a superhero! I'm sorry, I had to say it. I don't know why.
AC is going to be the item of choice from Doom, so once again, just building these team items.
Yeah,
getting the auras going.
Aura all the way. And getting some more armor up for himself. Of course, he's one of those heroes that has got fairly low base armor, so pretty good item for him. Sorry for cat sounds. They do happen once in a while. VirtusPro sticking together. No, they can't really leave anybody alone. Even Illidan, who normally is able to farm by himself because he has a haunt to get away or even initiate in team fights, he can't really be left alone at this point because he needs to be able to farm. Getting forced away is no option.
And if he's alone, he's under threat of Doom storm ganks.
Yeah.
And look at Rattlesnake right now. They're on their tail just running straight at where VP is.
Yep, with the smoke up. Lanham can initiate if he thinks he knows where they are. Looks like VirtusPro playing it safe. They don't know where anybody of Rattlesnake is right now. Everybody missing from the map. And Ness is gonna be the ward, so to speak. And the Centaurs will scout out if they are there. And now they see them. Now they have to run. TP out or fight. Which are they gonna be doing? In comes the sun already up on our start. They want to try and take down Luo. They might be able to get him. Pipe goes up. Luo still lives. Is at least able to do something here. Puts up his Doom. Nature's Prophet. Vengeful Spirit. And also the Chen all go down. Double kill for Icy. Luo will end up getting picked up by Crazy. No, he lives. 50 HP. Crazy doesn't see him in his Shadow Blade. Crazy is the one that is already back to base. Spectre, same story. But that was, I mean, it was so close for VirtusPro. If they were able to burst down Luo at the start of the fight, that would have been such a different ending.
Instead, he's able to get the Doom off.
Yeah, whoa. Stumpy did go down though. Walked over a couple of creeps. And he was actually bringing the Force Staff, or yeah, the remainder of a Force Staff to Kabu and the heart to Icy. So that heart is going to be delayed by 2.5 minutes.
It's just the recipe. He at least does have the Reaver on him. If it was the Reaver and the recipe, that'd be a bigger deal. But it's still kind of a big deal to not have that bonus regen or HP.
1600 gold up for Crazy. I mean, after his Scythe of Ice, his farming kind of stopped. They need more damage. I mean, that's their story. They do have a Chrysalis up on the Nature's Prophet. And he's building towards a Daedalus.
But he doesn't have it yet.
No.
Or actually does have it now. Sorry, the Daedalus.
Oh, was that clear?
Yep.
Nice.
I don't think a Daedalus by itself is enough. They need to get more and more items to be able to beat these heroes down, because there's a lot of tankiness that's going to be coming the way of the entirety of Rattlesnake. They've got a heart coming in for their CK. He's going to be over 3,000 HP. The Doom is already at 2,400, and he's going to be finishing up an AC, so he's going to be super tanky. Then you have a Storm Spear that's just elusive as all hell, and he's working towards a Hex right now for himself.
Yeah, we got all that armor also that the Doom brings with his items.
Yep. A plus 10 armor aura once he finishes AC.
Yeah, that's gonna be something that VirtusPro needs to work on. KSI Daedalus, please. With Visage with the... Wow. I think this is one of the first times that I actually see a Visage with a Shiva's Guard.
I've seen it before, but it's usually like the 4th item for a Visage or something. Not the 3rd.
Yeah.
I guess in this game, 2nd. I won't really count him dying as 1.
Yeah, this Visage is, I mean, he's not even that farmed. I mean, he's farmed for sure. He's actually almost on par with the Puck, but I mean, he is not in the top 3 for his team, so he's on the right position, but it's a pretty happy Visage, I think. VirtusPro still kinda shut down. The Gold Graph going the way of Rattlesnake, the Experience Graph going the way of Rattlesnake. The question is, when does Rattlesnake want to try and go high ground again? I mean, they already got the middle lane. When are they trying to go for top lane? It might actually be soon, because they're all sitting in the dire jungle.
I think they're going to wait for their chicken. There's too many important items that are coming up for them to want to push in right now. They're really close to Sheepstick. The... AC, sorry, I blanked completely on the name of that item.
Okay.
Then their heart is also going to be coming up. So there's no reason to force the issue where they can just wait, get these big items, and then just start sieging.
In the meantime, making
VirtusPro
a bit anxious, because VirtusPro, they know that there's pending Doom. Open! over their heads. Sorry. I didn't make the didn't make the joke before.
You had to do it.
I had to do it.
And considering how long they're gonna have to wait for items, it's probably gonna be at about 2 minutes, and in 2 minutes, Roshan's gonna be up anyway for Rattlesnake. They'll probably take a fight over the Roshan pit if VP chooses to contest.
Yeah. They kind of have to, though, don't you think? I mean, if the Aegis now goes the way of Rattlesnake, they can go high ground and they can do the same thing as they did earlier with the Phantasms, Illusions, and just take a tier 3 very easily on. And they have got that Aegis then to fight with as well. I think they would guarantee them a lane of melee Rex at least.
At least one, and Aegis on Storm is always something that you have to consider. That's absolutely massive in a team fight. Storm is finishing his Hex right now. As I said, the heart is up, and there's also a Yasha on CK because he wants to go Manta for even more siege potential. The Doom just has enough gold for AC, or he's just barely short rather, he's 200 gold off. Once he gets that, then I think we might see the Roshan, which is about to spawn, then the push in from Rattlesnake.
Sounds like a logical way of doing things. All the items starting to be complete. And Roshan indeed already scouted out by the familiars, or at least will be scouted out by the familiars in a moment of time. We also have a Treant there though, but the Treant will actually go down before the Rosh. No, I think they didn't see it. I don't think they saw
But
it.
you have to expect that both teams have the timers for this anyway.
True. Still though.
The scouting is just nice to know if the other team is like smoking in and starting it instantly or not. Because those sneaky Roshans do happen, and it sucks to be caught off guard by them.
Well, fighting in the Rosh pit, who's gonna be...
AC smoke wards flying in.
Ah. That's gonna be that. Down, most
I
likely.
think with this set of 3 major items coming out, I have to give a huge advantage over Rattlesnake.
Yeah.
But if Rattlesnake screws up the team fight, there is potential for VP to win it.
That's normally the case indeed. But it is indeed Rattlesnake that's gonna try to win a fight before they're taking down Roshan. In comes the BKB looking for a target. BKB's turned on all across the board, swap it to safety. Back down, that's gonna be an S dead. First one down there, silence up on Crazy, can't help right now. Vortex up on Arsart. He'll try to do what he can, Ghost Scepters himself away, but his Nature's Prophet already died. Buys back as Sag finds himself almost a kill upon Arsart, who gets forced outside of his own base. Not that many kills going on just yet, at least considering the amount of cooldowns that were used. But the harassment is clear. Rattlesnake, they do not look to be back down. In comes Crazy, nice silence. But he gets hexed up and killed off straight away. In comes Illidan, down goes Illidan. KSI, he just bought back, is gonna try to sprout himself up. Will be hit up by the Doom. In comes a Dream Coil. That's gonna be Crazy, trying to make it men's here. Of course he bought back to be able to do this, but they still haven't been able to kill off anybody of Rattlesnakes.
One by one they go in?
Yep, and one by one they go down. Down goes Arsart, down goes NS, and that is gonna mean that we're gonna have triple kill for Luo. And that's a kill, not for Luo, but Storm gets it still. I mean, that's a team wipe. That's GG.
That's game. And NS calls it. Overall, a decent game from VP. They got behind early because they went really greedy with a Spectre pick. I don't really understand the reasoning behind that when you see such an aggressive tri-lane immediately picked out by Rattlesnake. I think that's the major flaw in this game for them. But this game was closer than some of their other affairs. Hopefully they can get a better draft for game 2.
What do you think about that mid lane then? Should they have won that?
Yes. Crazy made a mistake in dying to the Storm after he got the first blood on him and the chicken kill too. He was playing too aggressively while waiting for the bottle crow to come back and not having HP for himself.
Yeah, we are gonna of course see another game between these two teams because this was only the first game of this best or 2 matchups between the two teams. VirtusPro, Rattlesnake coming right up for the international 3 group stages. Group B.